Let's talk about sex. Oh wait, my bad. Jesus said no to that. Paul said only if you burn, and the early church said never. You'll learn. So let's talk about celibacy, baby. Let's talk about family free. Let's talk about all the ways the Nazarene made your bedroom life obscene. Let's talk about celibacy. Jesus rolled up like, y'all listen up. Marriage ain't worth it, disciples give it up. They said if that's the standard, better not to marry. And Jesus said correct the single life legendary. He pushed the kingdom where boning is banned, where eunuchs come pre-planned or a self-made man. Peter left his wife, widowers unite. Focus on the family? Nah, don't focus on the family. That's the vibe tonight. Let's talk about celibacy, baby. Let's talk about celibacy. Let's talk about celibacy, baby. Said if you lust, you cheated already. One straight fantasy, execution steady. Never mind evolution, 1-2 billion years of sexual wiring. He says nope, shut it down, my dear. Paul chimes in with the concession cough. I wish all of you were like me, but master, no, back off. Marry only if your pants combust. This ain't moral wisdom, it's purity, cult, or bust. Let's talk about celibacy, baby. Let's talk about celibacy. Let's talk about celibacy, baby. Let's talk about celibacy, baby. Let's talk about a kingdom of celibacy. Let's talk about all the ways the scripture says shut your legs and your brain for the rest of your days. Let's talk about Celibacy. Jesus grabbed Genesis like a legal decree. Adam plus Eve, that's marriage, you see. No room for Steve or extra wives or polyamorous responsible lives. Pagan neighbors doing better by miles. Dildos, concubines, recreational styles. But Jesus picks the strictest lane, a sexuality pipeline designed for max pain. Let's talk about divorce. Or actually, no, Jesus blocks that course. Abuse, neglect, your spouse is a troll. Jesus, sorry babe, adultery's the only loophole. Then he nukes remarriage in Mark and Luke. No exceptions given, just try not to puke. Imagine modern pastors actually doing that bit. Half the church pews would instantly quit. And in the afterlife, yo, brace for the twist. Jesus says marriage permanently dismissed. When the dead rise, no husband or wife. Hope you weren't attached to your partner for life. Sex gone, gender probably scrubbed away. Angels, male-coded, celibate all day. Relationship continuity, he didn't even try. He just flexed on the Sadducees with a purity high. Let's talk about celibacy, baby. Let's talk about celibacy, baby. Empathy levels low to none, maybe. Let's talk about celibacy, baby. Empathy, let's talk about celibate, baby. Let's talk about how your spouse you adore gets deleted at the resurrection door. Let's talk about Celibacy. Shepherd of Hermes, hey bro, had a thought. Vision from God. You lustful snot. Acts of Paul in the clock. Cancel that wedding. Celibacy forever. No backsliding, no betting. Acts of John. Married couple quit sex on the spot. John said boo, and they said you're right, we're not. Every text is screaming the same refrain. The early Christians had a purity cult brain. So let's talk about facts. Jesus preached a sexual death tax. Paul backed him up with a don't do it stance, leaving Christians 2 millennia sexually askance. You want a functional ethic? Yeah, that ain't this. This whole system is one long British abyss. So let's talk about celibacy, baby, and how somehow this became mainstream theology. Talk about all the ways this blows the Christian sex ethics, a cosmic no-go. Let's talk about celibacy, celibacy. Celibacy.